Hey, this is Coast Child Youngster Born Bob, built for theme parks, and welcome to another video on Coast Child YouTube channel. Now, this is a news update from the first Six Flags park in China, where they've officially announced some new details. Now, this is going to be a very interesting video because there's some great rides on this list that they've announced. So the construction of the first Chinese theme park, Six Flags Park in Haiyan, is already in full swing. You can see loads of construction images on loads of different websites. In strategic cooperation with the Riverside Group, the American amusement park group wants to set foot on the Asian market for the first time and take an important step in the planned expansion. Now, this news update is all about the first major attractions of the new park unveiled, including some new roller coasters. So, the first data of the planned attractions in the amusement park have been announced. Now, among these, this is the first main coaster in the park. It is a megacoaster. I am so excited for this. Now, apparently, according to some images and some rumours, this could be similar to Flash, which is over at Lure Adventure, which of course has the world's tallest loop on any roller coaster in the world. Of course, it stole the record from Six Flags. So I think that's like a stab in the back to their own countrymen and saying, hey, we're a new Six Flags park, we're going to take our own Chinese record back to the Six Flags chain in general. So let's have a look then. So, I mean, it could contain a loop, it might not, you never know. But what is for sure for this mega coaster is going to have a height of 57 metres and a speed of 115 kilometres an hour. The system passes through two inversions on the 1,135 metre long track. So that could include the vertical loop and maybe a corkscrew or a heartline roll or a zero-G roll. We don't know that yet. We just know the basic details. So another main roller coaster is something which every park should get in future, and that is a Gci Wooden Coaster with a height of almost 40 metres and a speed of 88 kilometres per hour. And the track of the attraction will be 1,036 metres long. So very nice coaster for you there, GCI fanboys and fangirls out there. In addition, the construction of the family-friendly hang roller coaster manufactured by Vekoma is planned. Now, this is going to have the same route as Orkney at Farrett-Summerland, which of course the same route as, if you look at this year's developments, Dragonflyer, which is part of the new Wildwood Grove area going in at Dollywood this year. So if you look at Dragonflyer at Dollywood for 2019, the Wildwood Grove, if you look at Orkney, which is the prototype at Farrett-Summerland for that model, you're looking at a similar type of coaster to that. In addition, there'll be a water catapult coaster of the type Power Splash built by Mack. So I'm going to get onto this in a little bit during the video, and I'll do a separate video on this as well. I'll speak more about it when I get to it. As it was opened a few years ago, of course, with Pulsar, well, with Belgium. In addition, they've unveiled a white water rafting. So I was a bit shocked by that because some of those rides I knew were going out of fashion a bit, from what I heard. So very nice to go with that. Splash Battle, a giant chain pilot, a madhouse with optical illusion, as well as some children's rides like a flying carousel, a rotating swing boat, a convey tour, and a swing carousel, which is like attractions that are always seen in the Six Flags parks. It's also known that the new amusement park in Haiyan will receive a themed trip to the well-known children's areas around the world of Garfield. So it looks like we're going to have a Garfield themed section, which could also prompt other Six Flags parks to add a Garfield themed section. Possibly. Who knows? The Six Flags park is due to open in 2019. There's no official opening date for Six Flags Haiyan. But of course, when we get that news update, we'll bring it to you as like a mini update just to start the video and things like that. I don't think I'd do a full video on it just in case. Only if more news gets announced, like more new attractions and more new coasters and stuff like that. I mean, we've already got 3, technically 4 with the Mack Power Splash already announced. So as well as that, a second theme park for Six Flags is due to open in Chongqing, I think it's pronounced, Chongqing, China in 2020, and there's already announced plans for a third park in Nanjing. So again, 3 Six Flags parks in China looks brilliant. Now I want to go back to one of the attractions that was announced, and that is of course the Mack Power Splash. Now this, of course, I'm not going to speak about it much, but this opens the debate of Will the map power splashes become the next cookie cutter attraction to go to most of the Six Flags parks? We know it's going to work because Pulsar at World of Belgium is the prototype. That has worked. There's one going in at World Fairytale Land over in China, I believe next year in 2020. So that's going to be an interesting addition for the park over in China. So again, that Chinese connection prompts the map power splash. Same with Lure Adventure with their Mac Megacoaster Flash, and how that's been translated is a set kind of their own version at the Six Flags Park in Haiyan, China. But again, this opens the question of, is Six Flags Magic Mountain going to open an Aquaman themed power splash in 2020, or is that going to be a 2021? So again, some of these attractions are giving off the impression that we could see one of these going at a different part. Obviously not the GCI, because I think unless you're going to do a GCI from scratch, then again you won't be looking at a GCI. Map Mega Coasters, if you have the space for it, I guess. Maybe they're going to start retracking Goliath with Mac Track or B&M Track, not Giovanola Track. I don't know. I'm thinking too deep into this, aren't I? But I definitely do think that these Vekoma family suspended coasters, like the Orkinen models, could go around different Six Flags parks if they've got the space for it. I think Magic Mountain could benefit from a new family coaster if they do it in a couple of years' time. If they're going to do a new coaster in a couple of years' time, it would be a family coaster, in my opinion. Of course, we do know 2021 is the next birthday for Six Flags Magic Mountain, so we don't know what we're going to see there. But of course, I will do a separate video on that and my first predictions to what that could be. But of course, we'll have to save that for that video. So yeah, very big news there from Haiyan in China. Of course, I'm really excited for the other parks as well, in Chongqing and Nanjing, both in China in 2020 and in the future for the Nanjing park. But we know that the one in Chongqing is pronounced very difficult to pronounce. Chongqing's park is set to open in 2020, but the Nanjing park is only in the planning stage at the minute, so I would expect that to be 2022, 2023, just as a first prediction. But great news from the Haiyan park, which is set to open in 2019. I'm sure they're going to be mentioning that. If it's open before the announcement video comes out for the 2020 attractions, I'm sure they're going to sort of say something about them opening a brand new park. They did it this year last year, shall I say, in the 2019 attractions announcement video, when they announced all the parks they were buying up: the Wet n Wilds, Darien Lake, and Frontier City. Of course, Darien Lake's got the brand new branding. Six Flags Darien Lake is back in business, baby. So that should be good. I know the Wet n Wilds have been renamed to Hurricane Harbour in their respective areas. So, you know, Wet n Wild Phoenix, of course, is Hurricane Harbour in Phoenix, Arizona. And of course the same with the other Wet n Wild. So very nice news there from Six Flags over in China. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click notification bell so you don't miss a video. Comment your thoughts as to what other attractions you think they're going to announce for this brand new park in Six Flags' chain. Make sure you also follow my Instagram. The link is in the description down below as always for the videos. Now my link to the Instagram at Aaron Challoner Official, but we're getting closer and closer to 1,300 followers on Instagram, which is unbelievable. So thank you very much. My name is Gci, keep learning the curse up, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care, have an awesome day, my friends.